May 6th. Active convection and low ceilings are the primary operational concerns today, centered from the southern plains through the lower Mississippi Valley into the southeast, while a separate marine layer and onshore flow impact the west coast. The key takeaway is a split pattern with convective disruption in the central and eastern corridors, and more ceiling and visibility constraints along the Pacific coast. Starting out west, a weak trough brushing the Pacific Northwest maintains light precipitation and mountain obscuration into Seattle and Portland, with generally VFR inland but localized MVFR near terrain. While farther south into San Francisco and Los Angeles, a persistent marine layer under onshore flow is keeping IFR to low MVFR ceilings in the coastal basins during the morning with gradual burn-off, limiting arrival rates into SFO and LAX early. Across the Rockies, mostly benign conditions prevail with dry air and VFR dominating Denver and Salt Lake, though expect some afternoon mountain wave turbulence as flow strengthens aloft. The main operational focus shifts into the plains, where a moist, unstable air mass interacting with a weak surface boundary and subtle shortwave energy is producing scattered to numerous thunderstorms from North Texas through Oklahoma into Arkansas and Missouri. Dallas-Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, and Little Rock are all in zones where convective development will be episodic but capable of producing brief IFR, gusty outflow, and reroute considerations. This activity feeds east into the Mississippi Valley, where Memphis and surrounding airspace will see periods of convection and reduced ceilings as deeper moisture pools along the boundary. Into the Midwest, Chicago and Indianapolis remain on the northern fringe of this activity, with more isolated convection and generally VFR outside of any passing cells, though some haze and elevated instability may still produce light chop. The Northeast remains largely under weak ridging, with relatively quiet conditions, though some scattered showers across upstate New York and New England may briefly lower ceilings. Overall, minimal disruption expected into hubs like New York and Boston. Down into the southeast, the same boundary and rich Gulf moisture are driving scattered thunderstorms from Louisiana through Alabama, Georgia, and into the Carolinas, with Atlanta, Birmingham, and Charlotte all seeing potential for pulse convection, brief heavy rain, and localized visibility drops, particularly during peak heating. Florida remains in a typical early summer regime, with sea breeze interactions driving scattered afternoon thunderstorms, especially along the interior and east coast, impacting Orlando, Melbourne, and Miami with brief IFR conditions and lightning. Across much of the east, expect generally light winds, but variable outflow boundaries near convection, creating localized shifts. That's the National Aviation weather picture for today. If this briefing helps your flight planning, consider subscribing for the daily operational outlook. Have the best flight, and we'll see you tomorrow.